I'm 21 years old. First of all, I want to congratulate the class of 2016. Yes, we finally made it, and we are ready to see what our future has in store for us. I have been here at Jefferson since 2012. Yes, I know right about now you are all wondering why I'm still here. Well, the answer to that question is I have been through a bumpy road, as I know most of you here have. I dropped twice in the past few years, and with much reservation and persuasion, I came back to finish. In December 2009, I was blessed with my first niece, Samantha Maria Herrera, who I helped raise at the age of 16. My sister, the mother of Samantha, was not in a good place in her life. Therefore, I took custody and have been raising my niece until now. I had no help or support from anyone. Yes, my mother was around and helped here and there when she could, but Mama was the one who worked, and I was the one who was still in school. However, we had no babysitter, so it was up to me. It was either my mom missed work or I missed school and to watch Samantha. My mom had to work to pay bills, so I missed school to take care of my niece. I struggled 2.5 years, maybe even 3, to make sure that my niece was nurtured, loved, and taken care of, and to help our family. I did have some situational depression, and so many times got to a point where I wanted to give up on life. But I thought about how bad it would be to leave my niece hurting, so I decided to do the right thing and hang in there for her. I just could not see her live her life without me by her side. She is my world, my life, my motivation of every day. So as I stand here today on this stage with a big smile of joy, my heart beating fast with excitement and my hands shaking of nervousness, I want to say thank you to my sister, my mother of Samantha, for blessing me with such a crazy, funny, and pain in the behind niece. Without her, who knows where I would be right now. I also want to say thank you to my mom for never letting me down, and I am sorry for being such a bum at times. Thank you to my older sister, Martha, my best friend, Savannah, my other family, the Llanes, and my teachers for believing in me and pushing me to graduate. Lastly, thank you, Matthew Garcia, for giving me the strength and hope to finish. I made it, bro, just like you. It took me a while, but I got through it, through every little obstacle that I came up against. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for being here, for listening to my speech, for supporting all of us. At first, I had felt embarrassed to come up here and say what I had to say, all because of my age. But as everyone has told me, no matter how old I am, I still made it, and I didn't give up. They were right. Better late than never. Thank you everyone for the support. Much love and hugs. Once again, congratulations of the class of 2016. It is now my pleasure to introduce our next student speaker, Ayla Tovar.
Class of 2016, here we are. It took us a long 4 years to get here. For some of us, just 3, and for most of us, we didn't think we would be here today because this school year was so hard and stressful, not just for me, but for a lot of my classmates too. We all have been through our own challenges, but we never let our problems get in the way of where we are to today. We took positive actions as a result of our problems and tried our hardest to get onto the stage. Knowing that we made it to this point means so much to myself and others. We pushed ourselves to get where we are, and for those who don't know how hard it is to get here, know that there are struggles, problems, and challenges that try to get in our way. Some of my classmates have children are expecting, such as myself. Teen parents, including me, push ourselves even more, knowing that we have double the responsibility. We still made it, and that shows our resilience because being a teen parent can be hard while going to school or work. All our lives, we've been fighting a war. Some of us needed to be pushed a little harder to be where we are now. Those who pushed me were my father, my sister Naya, my Aunt Maria, my boyfriend, Mona, and my teachers. They did it because they knew I could do it. I'm smart, we're all smart, and they pushed us because they all knew we could do it, that we could stand on this stage. If it weren't for people pushing me to succeed, I don't think I would have tried as hard as I did. I probably wouldn't be here. We all have bumps in the road, but Jefferson staff always helped in any way they could because they all want us to succeed and end up here on the stage. Jefferson High School is my family. I've gone to this school since I was a freshman. I have a bond with many of the staff, and that's something I will always treasure. People who knew my situation could see how hard I worked to get here. Even though I was stressed and had lost faith at one point, I persevered. I have made it, and that's something I will treasure as well. Graduating with this class and from this school is such an honor. We all have made it this far, class of 2016, so we all know we can get through anything now as we enter the real world. It may be scary and at times question our faith. We all can do it. If we can graduate, then we can do more. We can make a difference in the world, be a part of the change. We can be who we want. If your dream is to be a singer, wrestler, baker, dancer, athlete, or even a president, I know you can do it. We can all do something if we push ourselves as hard as we did to get here today. Nothing is impossible. For the longest time, I thought it was impossible for me to graduate. However, here I am, talking in front of a huge crowd, still shocked that I made it. I really did make it. Even though life knocked me down to my knees where I thought I couldn't get back up, I made it. My life is hard, but whose life isn't? We all have struggles. But God put them in our lives because He knew we could handle it. He knew we could make them a better part of who we are. I know because the struggles I've been through, I have tried to make them a better part of who I am. I know I made bad choices, but some of us learned by making better choices. One of them was getting our lives together in order to get on the stage and receive the diploma so we can move on to better things in life. This is where it begins. This is to a new path in life that some of us may not be ready for, but I know we're all going to accept the challenges, face them, and just keep moving forward. In the words of Rocky Balboa. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or anyone else isn't going to hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits, not point fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. So class of 2016, let's do what we do best and succeed. And as Mona would say, for the rails. Thank you. I would like to announce our next student speaker, Madison Tristan.
If you didn't hear, my name is Maddie Chesterman. I am super excited to be standing in front of everyone tonight. I would like to start with an enormous thank you to everyone who came to watch all of us walk across the stage tonight. What a journey it has been, not only for me, but for everyone sitting up here. We didn't end up at Jefferson because high school was easy. Matter of fact, it was honestly pretty difficult. I came from a big high school where I felt like I was just another number floating in the crowd. 40 plus people in the classroom was overwhelming. This anxiety was accompanied by the constant pressure to do a sport or join a club where I knew I wouldn't belong. I developed bad habits and slowly started to throw away my high school career. At the end of freshman year, I left that big high school in hopes of being successful elsewhere. When the next fall came around, I was enrolled in an online school. My optimism was moderate. I thought I would float by with D's like I had previously. That optimism eventually turned to pessimism, and I dropped out the first semester of my sophomore year. November came around, and I got the opportunity to meet with Larry, our principal. After a brief meeting where we discussed goals and things I could achieve at Jefferson, I was accepted and began school the following January. I am sure all of our stories go hand in hand, and now, here we are, standing in front of all of you, in a cap and gown, ready to walk across. The path I chose sure hasn't been an easy one, but I'm so happy that I picked it, or I wouldn't have ended up here. I feel eternally thankful to the staff at Jefferson. I not only see them as my teachers, but as my friends. They know about my life, my interests, my dislikes, my weaknesses, but most importantly, my strengths. I'm going to miss Nick telling us that our helmet isn't a chair, or Rob throwing back the sass that I would throw at him. I'll miss Vera asking us to write a little doo across our pages, or Stephen telling us that we're all capable of greatness, even if we were just a little ornery a second before. I'll definitely miss sitting with Jess in her classroom laughing at stupid jokes that sometimes don't make sense, but we still laugh anyway. I'll miss Brian yelling, "Mad Dog!" from across the hallway, just for me to meet him so that we can high five. The relationships I've built with all of you these past 2 years will forever have an imprint on my heart. I will miss having guitar class, even though it would have been my 7th time taking it. I remember the first quarter I was here and was given that class. I was nervous, partly because it was a brand new place where I didn't know anyone, but also because I would be required to play music in front of everyone else. However, I instantly felt welcomed. Jokes were starting to be cracked and I was flourishing. I was building friendships. And now, 6 guitar classes later, I can say, with tears in my eyes, that class has been one of the best experiences I will ever have. It's going to be really strange not coming back to all of you guys this fall. I would like to give a special thank you to everyone who believed in us, who told us we could make it, to anyone who never doubted for a second that we could achieve all that we have. However, I would like to extend an even greater thank you to everyone who told us that we couldn't do it, to everyone who told us we would be nothing and never make it in this life, because you gave us the motivation to succeed in the face of difficulty. We will walk across this stage tonight with our heads held high, in spite of any doubt anybody has ever had about us, including ourselves. I get to graduate this evening with 2 of my best friends, surrounded by people who support us and want us to be magnificent. Congratulations to us all. As we leave this building tonight and diverge into our own unique paths, I would like us all to think about everything we have experienced at Jefferson. Whether it be good or bad, remember that it brought us here today. Thank you to anyone who has ever smiled at me in the hallway or helped me on some challenging work. I wouldn't be able to stand up here if it weren't for you. Walt Whitman once wrote, "Now Voyager, sail thou forth to seek and find. Let's show the world our excellence." It is my pleasure to announce our final student speaker, Brianna McCarty.
Man, this is intimidating. Okay. So, in case you didn't hear, my name is Brianna, and I just want to share a quick story with all of you. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight and supporting us, and secondly, I want you all to know I won't keep you long. I've attended 4 different high schools in the past 4 years. First, I went to Windsor High School, and then Mountain View High School, and then here, then to Centennial Fort Collins, and then back here. They say that high school is supposed to be the best time of our lives, and honestly, for me, that's far from the truth. But this moment, standing in front of all you, scared for my life to be speaking right now, it's completely worth it. to Centennial, as I said, and I had my discovery teacher. Her name was Galen. And she had always said that when we receive a compliment, to put out our solar panels and suck up the good energy. And I thought that was cheesy and hippie, and I really liked it. But it honestly is very true. And this right here, to me, is the biggest compliment that I will ever receive because I made it. I want to thank everyone in my journey so far that has taught me anything and everything. But I also want to give a big thank you to those who told me that I was going nowhere, because I'm standing up here in a cap and gown. And all of us, we all have been told once that we won't make it, and we're all standing here because we did. So, at this moment, I am accomplished, successful, and bigger than the little problems that try to hold us all down. And I told you all I won't keep you long, so can I get one last big compliment to the class of 2016?
Now to present our Rotary Scholarship, Ms. Cammy Moore. Cammy?
Hello. My name is Cammy Moore. I sit as the Scholarship Committee Chairperson for the Greeley Rotary Club here in Greeley. The Greeley Rotary Club has a very close relationship with Jefferson High School and supports its mission for these students. This has been a great class from this school. It is my honor today to announce the Jefferson recipients of the Greeley Rotary Club Scholarship for the 2016 graduates. Recipients of this award had to fill out an extensive application which included high school transcripts, a personal essay, and letters of recommendation. They also had to sit through an interview, after which the committee selected this year's 4 recipients. Congratulations to these students and all the class of 2016. You guys are Adriana A. Ochoa. Madison Chesterman. Yvette Rodriguez Manriquez. Marlene Montez.
Thank you, Cammy. Now to do our dream team presentations, Ms. Elizabeth Barber.
Good evening. Thank you for having us here tonight. Also on stage with me is Sarah Cameron, the Educational Talent Search Advisor here at Jefferson. The Greeley Dream Team is proud to honor 2 Educational Talent Search seniors here at Jefferson tonight. These 2 young women have worked hard over their high school careers and are excited to move on to their college education. This year we had over 40 students apply for the scholarship, and it was a lengthy application process with references, interviews, and plenty of essays to turn in. Overall, 15 Educational Talent Search students were selected, and they received a combined total of $22,500. I'm extremely proud to say that 2 of the recipients were from Jefferson High School, and they both received scholarships amounts in the amount of $1,500. It is with great pleasure that we ask Adriana Ochoa and Jasmine Zamar to join us. On behalf of the Greeley Dream Team Board of Directors and staff, congratulations, ladies. We're proud of you and know you will go on to accomplish great things. And congratulations, class of 2016.